They've been here for 7 days and still counting. The essence of representation is to represent the people, not to foist on the people what you feel should be. And the women are crying that this is our felt need. We call on the leadership of the National Assembly to hearken to the cries of the women. And for now, the Nigerian youth have also come with our direct petition to the President of the Senate and Chairman of the National Assembly. And it borders on what affects us, particularly young political appointees, as pertains Section 84, subsection 12 of the newly amended Electoral Act 2022, and the submission of Mr. President for a re-amendment. We are here to make our demands and to also make some very clear clarifications so that the public will not be misled and misconstrued. We thank God that the ever-vigilant and diligent media are here to x-ray our demands, to also look at the questions we will be posing before the National Assembly. And this 15th day of March 2022, this letter is addressed to His Excellency Senator Dr. Ahmed Lawan, President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, National Assembly Complex, 3 Arm Zone, Abuja. Distinguished Senate President, Electoral Act 2022, the National Youth Council of Nigeria insists that Section 84, subsection 12 is inconsistent with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and should be expunged. We write on behalf of the National Youth Council of Nigeria to convey our position on the Electoral Act 2022. But before proceeding, let us start by congratulating you and your colleagues on this very passage of the Electoral Act amendment. All stakeholders in the electoral system agree that it is a quantum leap in improving the electoral process and system, and indeed strengthening and deepening democracy. History will remember the National Assembly for doing a patriotic job in this regard. However, the NYCN insists that there are a number of vexed issues, particularly Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act, and it is our firm belief that it should be expunged from the Act, as we learned was agreed in the first place before Mr. President signed and assented to the law. The following issues inform our stand and our decision. Number one, since the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria already provides that appointed public officers could stay in office up to 30 days before elections in which they are candidates, it therefore makes the Electoral Act, which provides for them to resign 180 days before such elections, to be inconsistent with the Constitution. Number two, it negates the powers and discretion of the appointing officers who should determine whether the involvement of such public officers under their control and domain is inimical to the objectives of which and for which they were appointed. Number three, on the issue of political appointees participating as delegates in political party primaries, which the Electoral Act, as it is today, prohibits, the NYCN takes a stance also that the Constitution allows all citizens to participate in the electoral process, except those constitutionally barred from specific parts of this process. Section 42 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, is very clear on this. Number four, moreover, the point in 3 above is illegal emasculation of participatory democracy, which cannot be allowed now that we are making democratic progress on the fronts we still refer to Section 42 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Number 5, if there should be any law regulating citizens' participation as political party delegates, it should be left for political parties to handle internally. Section 84, subsection 12 appears to be targeted particularly at young political office holders. Number 6, very importantly, it is dishonorable for the National Assembly to make a vote first after agreeing with the President on these constitutional observations. Number 7, in the light of the fact that this particular clause 84, subsection 12, is totally inconsistent with the Constitution, it will inevitably lead to multiple litigations which will worsen whatever problem it is we intended to address. Finally, it should be noted that young political appointees will be the greatest casualties of this undemocratic law, and thus we stand to demand for its immediate reversal. It is for these reasons that as part of our patriotic duty to keep vigil on matters of public interest, we insist that the said clause should be deleted in the interest of democracy and tranquility in the electoral process and system. The youth wish to take you to this task of honor in returning to the agreement you had with Mr. President before he assented to the Electoral Bill 2022, now an act. The NYCN shall continue to engage the National Assembly, including occupying the National Assembly complex till this is done. And let it be known that today we came here in few thousands, but when we return here on Thursday, we will come in tens of thousands, and we will come with our tents to keep vigil until our demands are met. Sure. While we look forward to a speedy correction of this pointed error in the Electoral Act, I wish to assure you of the highest regards of the Nigerian youth. Now it is very imperative that we make very clear some salient points. The Electoral Act, as it stands today, states that all political appointees should resign before